What's up, guys? It's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity Build It video, and as you can tell, well, maybe you can't tell, I don't know. But this is a little bit different of a city than what we had done on our walkthrough. On, I don't know what part, because dumbass Missy lost count. I don't know what happened to my brain yesterday, but I didn't get much sleep, so I was kind of looking back at yesterday's video, scratching my head going, what the fuck did I just say? So yeah, if y'all are wondering what was going on with my brain yesterday, I don't know either. And I promise it was not drug related, okay? It was lack of sleep related, which may have been drug induced, but it's all good. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so, by the way, fuck this damn game. Let me just start off by saying that, okay? So, if you're somebody who's going to be griping and complaining about my mouth, then you might want to just do a Missy jump. Just skip, whoop, hop over there. It's gonna, you know, on the bottom of your screen, you got that little bar on my video where you can just like skip up over shit. I'm gonna call it a Missy jump. You can just jump up over it. Whenever Missy sees a squirrel and kind of jumps off to the topic that has nothing to do with SimCity, just kind of jump the bar a little bit, and then you'll be like, all right, now she's back on track. All right. For the rest of you that are here for the entertainment, I'm sorry for you because I'm not a very entertaining person, but whatever. Okay. These stupid ass Sims. Okay, let me just tell you something, a little something about this game. It has it out for me. I'm telling you, it does. It's a conspiracy theory I'm working on. Every time I go to connect this damn thing to a save, it's like, nope, you're going to restart. Okay? Now, I think I finally got it this time. The day before yesterday, after you guys, we ended the video and whatnot, I had clicked log into Facebook. I didn't want to type in my password and stuff on the video, as would be, logical. And so I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not recording. I'll type it in. Bada boom. Close the game. And it's like player ID error. And I'm like, son of a, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay. So I go to open the app again. Crashes. And I'm like, oh, here we go. Now, I didn't log in with Facebook. I logged in with Google because it wouldn't allow me to log in with Facebook. Okay? So it did log in. I know that. It even popped up the little Google Play symbol and it went in, asked me for my gamer ID. I went in, I made up a gamer ID and it saved and all was well. Okay? Then I couldn't open the game. So then I'm going on the forums and I'm reading people and they're like basically saying what everybody says, restart, factory reset, you're screwed, And I'm like, all right, so back to square one, reinstall the game, go to, connect my save, it logs in with my gamer ID and it starts me off on a brand new city. So yeah, that city went poof, bye-bye. I'm glad we didn't get too far in it, but we were to level 11 or 12 on the walkthrough 5 or 6, I can't remember which. So whenever I figure out what number this is, when I go through my videos today, then I'll label it. And I think I'm just going to say screw it. And this one's going to be number 7 because I don't know what happened to 5 and 6 and 4 and they all got screwed up. So this is number 7 for sure. This is walkthrough 7. Okay. Brand new city, same damn thing. I did all the same stuff. I didn't want to have to redo everything. All right. So I went through. We're at the same part that we were at when we left off, okay? And it's almost pretty damn on point from the last city. I'm at 70 storage, level 12. Let's see, I haven't spent any money on the game, okay? And yeah, we're right here where we left off. I did make the mistake of accidentally buying a 4-slot factory, which my dumbass should not have done. It was just one of them, though, so it's okay. So I want to talk to you guys about that a little bit here. And that is when you go from the small factory that has 2 slots, and then you go up to the basic factory, and then you have mass production, okay? You're not going to buy the mass production. And I'm going to show you why you're not going to buy the mass production, okay? Because you're going to unlock the 5-slot factories once you hit 80,000 residents. Okay, that's not hard to do, right? Now, especially when you're trying for it. So now that we know that that's what we need to get the 5-slot factories, that's our next goal, right? The 4 slot factories, look at the price on that sucker. $7,000 a piece. Now look at the price on the 3 slots. $500 a piece. Okay? So if we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 factories in total. Okay, that's 35,000 as opposed to 2,500, right? Yeah, no. No amount of items that you that one extra item, that which is 5 items in total, okay? How long do you think it's going to take you to make up that 35 grand you spent with those 5 extra items you get? It's going to take you a hell of a lot, right? So, you know, I'm going to just skip that. I'm not even going to fuck with the 4 slot factories. It's a waste of my time. It's a waste of money. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to get the 3 slot factories as soon as we get the money for it, which right now we're at 8,000. However, if you haven't noticed, my happiness is a little bit down because I have no police, which, whatever. And I have no sewage. So, typical. Right? Now, the sewage demand isn't too much of an issue. It's just one house, okay? And that's another thing that you guys want to kind of watch for is what is an issue right now? What is the biggest issue right now? So when you're looking at what's affecting your happiness, if you are in a situation where you can't afford to do much, it would be beneficial to help whatever's causing the most damage, which in this case, most people would go with sewage because it's the cheapest solution. They would just say, screw it, I'm going to buy the small one. Don't do that. That's a waste of coins, okay? Them assholes in that house, they can just get the hell out of town, okay? They can just leave. But these people over here that need the police coverage, this is going to be your biggest issue. This is affecting all the residents, not just that one tiny little shit shack, okay? So I would definitely focus on getting police coverage. Now, a lot of people would make the mistake of buying this one because they're the closest to it. I'm going to say screw it, and I'm going to go for the 36,000, okay? So I got 3,200 right there. So I'm not far. I'm not far at all. And so I need to start selling some stuff, you know, right away. And when I start doing a little bit more of these upgrades here, so I need 3 metal to do that one. So I'm going to get that one done. So let's see, post up that, and then I need to get some metal going. Okay, I'm going to pause the video just for a second. I got to run in the store and grab a energy shot, and I will be right back. All right, you guys, I'm back. I got my keto shot, and we are good to go. Okay, so let's see here. What the hell do you mean I'm 6 over? What? See what I'm saying? This shit sucks. Okay, let's get rid of some stuff here. Shit that I want to keep, okay? That I have to get rid of now. Ridiculous. What do I need for that upgrade? No. Thank you. Refresh. Okay. Let's go with this. Get rid of some nails here. See, I don't really want to get... Oh, I'll show... I think I need 1 lock. Yeah, I need 1 lock to get upgraded here. Okay. Do this upgrade. It's going to get us 800 coins. Let's go ahead and... By the way, you can't bulldoze factories if you start producing stuff in them. So definitely make sure that you guys are bulldozing those after the fact. You know, after your stuff's made. So like right now I have seeds making in that one. I can't bulldoze it. So I might as well just get these taken care of real quick. And I noticed that a lot of you guys are still using the 3 star... Fucking idiot. Jesus, talk, why don't you? Okay. I noticed a lot of you guys are still using the 3-slot factories, and you guys are like level 30, 40s, and that is ridiculous, okay? That is your number one priority after you get to a certain point. I want to say I'm only level 12, and I'm trying to work towards, you know, realistically in the near future, getting those factories done. And the reason for that is because, first off, I've saved you guys a lot of money on the roads alone. Okay, so you got to understand, take all that money, all those coins you're saving by not having to upgrade your roads ever, which mind you is a lot, and put it towards something beneficial, right? So we're still, hang on. You're still going to want to check on your roads, because as you can see right now, I haven't put anything on that third stretch of road up there at the top left. I don't have anything just yet that I want to place there. Whatever I place there is going to have to be there for quite some time. And so I could go and, you know, buy a park right now, but right now the coins are a little bit more important to me to get that police coverage. Now, if you're somebody who's using a feeder and you're not, you know, being as crazy as I am, and you are spending cash and you are using a feeder, imagine how much more I could accomplish if I just spent a little bit of money and helped myself out just a little bit with some items and coin. If you are a person that's doing that, I'm going to tell you right now, the first thing you're going to want to do is transfer some coins, get the coverage that you need. Do not waste money on the small coverage. Don't be like, well, you know, I got coins I can transfer, so I'll just get the small stuff. Don't do that. Just go big or go home. You know, go all out. Because what's going to happen is you're going to buy the smaller ones and you're going to want to get the larger ones eventually. So then you just end up bulldozing half your money, right? And there's no point for that. So go with the bigger ones all at once. And when you go for the factories, don't buy 4-slot factories just because you can transfer money, right? The way I see that is you're not playing the contest of mayors, and if coins aren't an issue to you, why bother wasting them on factories then? Why not just utilize those and make the items that you need with the 3-slot factories? Save yourself some time, energy, and bulldozing and all that, right? There's no point for that. So, right now, definitely, if you are somebody who's transferring items, transfer items that you can use. You'll have to connect it via Facebook. So that's what I want to tell you guys is, because I know that that's the next question that's going to be asked by many people is there another way to connect cities besides through Facebook? No. Right now, there's not. So when you click on this little friends button on the bottom left corner of your screen, it'll say connect with Facebook. If you want to connect your main city to your feeder city, okay? So let's say this is your Missy city and you have your main city. If you want to connect the two, you're going to have to friend yourself on with another Facebook account and connect the two that way. Then you'll be able to transfer. Otherwise, you'll have to wait until you're level 18 and put both cities in the same group, okay? Now, here's a little tip for you guys that do that. If you are putting your feeders and stuff in a group, what you can do rather than, because a lot of people are like, well, I made a group with my main, but I have a other group that I like to, you know, frequent quite a bit, and so I want to be able to have my feeder in a group without it going into your main group. So what you can do rather than making the feeder on your main city, or making the group on your main city, is to make the group on your feeder city, close the group, and then only allow yourself to enter the group. And that way you don't have to worry about anybody taking your stuff, and you don't have to, you know, worry about people coming in when you don't want them to and all that other shit. So that's how you can do it, until, at least until EA gets a clue and is like, hey, maybe we should like give these people profiles they can log into and allow them to instant message and friend each other. That's a novel idea. Gee, what a fucking concept. Okay, we're not going to go on an EA rant today. Calm down, Missy. That's right. All you assholes are always telling me to calm down. I don't want to calm down. What the hell? Like, seriously, who tells somebody to calm down when they're pissed? Like, that's just like asking to be shot. You know what I'm saying? That's like, Tell somebody, calm down. What the fuck? Who says that? I know that person's really pissed off right now, or at least I think they're really pissed off. I'm going to tell them to calm down, because that's going to make it so much better. Yeah, no. Never made anything better for me. People only told me to calm down one fucking time, especially if they were in person. Okay. So, let's see. Right now we're going to go through what we need for upgrades, which I need 2 wood. Not doing that, so we're going to refresh that. And as you notice, you guys, there's a lot of things that I don't mess with, and it's because there's no need to, right? So, yeah, I could hunt all day for that stupid carved wood, or I could go over here and I could make the carved wood, but why? I don't need to. It's retarded. Like, why would I spend 3 planks and a tape measure making a carved wood when I could just refresh it and watch a video if I want and get items for a fraction of the cost, right? And I have other things that I can work on in the time, for the time being. So, yeah, no, don't just, you know how many people I see, they come into my group and they're like, can I get 60 nails? And I'm like, hey, what's it for? And they're like, house upgrades. I'm like, do what? Wait. Did I hear you right? You want 60 nails for house upgrades? You see that little refresh button? Hit that sucker, okay? Because there ain't no way in hell you should be donating no 20 nails to a house upgrade. That's ridiculous, okay? The time alone that it takes to make those nails, that's ridiculous. Now, as you progress through the game, yeah, it's going to start asking you for really expensive items, and that's where you guys got it all backwards, okay? Right now, utilize this time. It's allowing you to make money doing these upgrades. The game tricks you, okay? This is a way you make money right now. Think about that for a minute. When somebody says, how do you make money in this game? You're like, well, you make items and you do house upgrades. Well, guess what? Once you hit about level 30, you stop making money doing house upgrades. It starts costing you money. And I mean really costing you money, okay? Right now, that's what people like me, I got tricked into the rebuilding. That's how I screwed up my first city. I was like, okay, by all logic, because I don't know, when you're a new player, you don't know what lies ahead, right? You have no clue what you're about to come in contact with and how the game is going to progress unless you're sitting here at 5 a.m. watching somebody like me talk about it, right? But if you just go into it blind, you never watch anybody's videos, you don't know anything, okay? You're going to assume, by all logic, that the game is going to remain this way. That you're going to continue to do house upgrades where it's, okay, $70 worth of metal and 100 and something for the W iron for 932 coins. That's a hell of a deal, right? So, by all logic, okay, going based off the fact that you don't realize that upgrading screws up the algorithm of the game, you don't know that, right? So, by logic, you would think, if I bulldoze the residents after doing an upgrade, I get the coins and I reduce the cost of the service demand, thereby not having to be overpopulated, right? And now I don't have to pay for all these extra services, but I still get the benefit of getting these coins. And that is what rebuilding is, right? That's the rebuilding method. And it's an excellent method up until a point. Up until the point where you wake up and you're like, oh shit, I really screwed up here. Now I'm high level. I have no pop. I have nothing unlocked. My algorithm is screwed. And now all of those houses that I upgraded and bulldozed, all those products, all those items that I wasted, now all that money that you made, all those extra coins you made, it's just going to cost you. Because now you got to rebuild back all those houses to get population, to get stuff, right? So you really screw yourself up by doing that. That's what I did, okay? I had no clue about any of this stuff. I never looked up a YouTube video, and thank God I didn't, because I was really kicking myself in the ass for a while there, you guys. Hang on. I'm like, dude, why didn't I look shit up? Why the hell did I waste a year of my life? Why the hell did I do that? because I got to about level 30 or so, and that's when War came out, okay? The War feature. And then when the War feature came out, I was like, all right, what's going on here? What's all this stuff? And they really hit us with it out of left field. Like, nobody really knew what we were doing, how we were doing it. They didn't even have 90% of the features that they have out now, okay? And so then I realized, okay, to do these war deliveries, they want items, right? Well, my first war cost me about 300,000 coins. And I helped a lot of people during my first war. Now, everybody was like, how do you always have so much money? How do you always have so much coin? I'm like, well, I just rebuild. And they're like, what's that? Now, mind you, at the time, I didn't know it was screwing me over, okay? But how would I know? So I'm kicking myself in the ass for, not looking stuff up on the game. So I go out there and I start looking up advice on the game. This is after learning my very hard-learned lessons, okay? So when I say that I've screwed up big time, I have really screwed up big time. That's how I know all this shit, is from screwing up. So anybody here that feels stupid or feels like, God, how am I such an idiot? You're not stupid, trust me. Everybody makes all the same mistakes, and that's why I started making the videos. Because every single person I've ever seen play this game, everybody starts off making the same mistakes. Unless you're lucky enough to come across my videos early enough, right? So like maybe I catch you at the pass before you kind of go over into, danger territory, like past level 24. Anybody here who's lucky enough to have found my videos before then, count your lucky stars, seriously. Because if you were to delete all my videos off YouTube and then go out there and look at the advice that's out there, you are going to be in a world of hurt. And I'm going to tell you right now, 99.9% of the advice out there on this game is either completely ass backwards and really screws you up. But you have to understand that anybody with headphones can make a video. Anybody with a keyboard can type a message. And so when you're on these Reddit forums, when you're on these YouTube channels, and you're listening to these people talk, they have no credentials. They have no knowledge. Like, what do they have to prove that they know what they're talking about? Nothing. It's all experience, right? It's experience and results. And I'm going to tell you right now, not one person, you might hate me, okay? You might think I'm just the biggest bitch in the world, but you're still here watching it because you know damn well that I know what I'm talking about, okay? Now, are there other ways to play certain aspects of this game? Absolutely. Absolutely. Just like what we discussed yesterday about how you can choose to put 97 things in storage to start an epic, or you can just move the whole house over in the one category you want rather than storing 97 different items. That's my point, right? So when I screwed up big time, and then I went out and I sought advice, and I'm like, wow, this is pretty sad. I would have been worse off. Had I followed their advice, I would have been worse off than how badly I screwed up. And that's pretty sad, because I screwed up big time, right? And so I'm like, okay, something needs to change here, because this ain't right. People need to know, like, hey, before they waste 4 years of their life, that you can be successful in other ways you can save yourself tons of money and time by just the teensiest bit of knowledge, right? So when you open up a YouTuber's channel and they start talking about how hard epic projects are, that's a first indication that you need to click off that person's video, okay? Because epics are not hard. They're a cakewalk. They're simple as shit when you know what you're doing. Are they an impossible, like, raking you over the coals, just hell? If you don't know what you're doing, yes. But with a little bit of help, you can be really successful and you don't have to suffer. Now, you got to understand, the developers that make games like this, they don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to do good, because what does that mean for them? It means less money. The more you know, the less money they make. The better you are, the less money you spend, right? If you're being successful and you're not putting yourself in a situation where you need coins all the time, maybe you're sitting here broke, maybe you're one of those poor bastards that clicks on this thing here, and you're like, 300 cash, 9,000 coins. Maybe you're that guy. Ooh, I feel bad for you because that is the biggest ripoff right here. Is the coin to cash ratio in this game is an insult. Okay? They are raking it in on this game. I'm telling you, you guys. And the people that say, I don't spend no money, they sit there all embarrassed with their tail tucked between their legs going, oh shit, I spent $200 this week. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, don't bullshit a bullshitter, okay? I know damn well. You guys are lying. All right? Anybody that's going to sit there and say that they've been playing for 6 fucking years and playing the Contest of Mayors as a level 70 player, never winning, please explain to me how you're doing that, because I'd love to know where you're getting all this cash if you're not winning. I don't spend any money, I swear. I only spend 800 cash a week on the Contest of Mayors and never win. Where's the cash coming from, genius? Oh, didn't think about that, did you? Yeah, no. Trust me, you guys are spending money, okay? Now, a lot of people just restart, you know, to get rare. So like, okay, my biggest problem is storage. But that's just it. Is that your biggest problem? Is that your only problem? No, it's not. You have so many other problems. And that's when people realize, oh shit, Missy's right. I need to just restart, right? And that's what I'm showing you here, is how to restart and be effective and be the most effective, okay? When I'm telling you guys to do this versus that, it's because this is the best route possible to take, okay? Now, if at any point that route will change, then I'll assess it then and make a U-turn or whatever. But right now, this is the best route, okay? And this is for any type of city. I don't care if you want an Omega city. I don't care what kind of fucking city you want. The foundation is all the same, okay? Between levels 1 and 24, you're going to take the same damn route. What do you need for an Omega city? Money. You need coins more than anything if you're going to be building an Omega city. How the hell else are you going to afford all them stupid canisters, right? So what gives you money in this game? Product. Running production. And correctly, right? You can make a little coin here and there to get you by in the beginning stages, but you're not going to be making any money doing house upgrades, okay? You're not going to be making money increasing your population to 9 million to get $35,000 every 24 hours. Okay, tell me how well that works out for you, right? Yeah, no. So, once you guys realize, all right, there's got to be a better way. You guys, so many of you guys focus on population and taxes and upgrades and everything. Focus more in this area. This is what the game is all about. It's all about the items. And that is what nobody focuses on. They don't focus on item management. They don't focus on how to produce and what to produce for money. That's what it's all about. People are so busy running around going, I got to get my storage up. I got to get all this stuff done. Well, why do you need your storage up? Why is it even important to have a high storage capacity? Nobody really knows. They just know that they need it. Oh, well, because I'm always full. Well, yeah, no shit, you're always full. You have how many items in this game? But why is it important? Why is it important that you hold that many items? Oh, never thought about that, did you? Okay, so what are you doing in the game today? Well, I'm doing upgrades or I'm doing whatever, right? So I need this item or that item. Okay, that's just my point. How many people in here every day open their game and never even look at their inventory to go, you know what? What is all this shit in here? What do I really need? What is my goal today? Nobody. Not anybody does. Very few people do that. They open up their game and they're like, can't collect shit. Oh, look, it's fucking full of this and that, and I'll sell this, and I'm not thinking about that. And, well, I don't know if I need these 20 bread rolls, but they're going out the door, And so they didn't think, oh, shit, I may want to do an epic later today. I need them bread rolls back, right? So now they're like, son of a bitch. Now they're over here making bread rolls instead of making donuts when they should have been making donuts. But now they ain't because they just screwed everything up, right? And so, how many people are like, you know what? I know I'm going to be doing the contest of mayors today. I'm going to sell off all my textiles. Fuck making flour and making money. I'm just going to sell off all my texts because I didn't have room. That's why. I kept 97 airport items I'm never going to use, but I sold my textiles. Like, you guys, the items are everything in the game. They are what the whole game is about. Think about it. Algorithm, all about the items and the items you see. The items you produce to make money and the items you produce that are in high demand, right? Then you have the items that are like decoys, right? They're the items that trick you into thinking they're the most beneficial to make because they're the highest priced. So Billy over here is making burgers because they sell for $3,600, but Sally's over here making donuts because they sell for $950. Everybody's going to follow Billy because he's making more money off one item, right? Or he's getting paid more money for one item, but Sally's making more money off one item, right? So I'm following Sally. I don't know where the hell y'all are going, but I'm going with her because she knows what the fuck's up, okay? He might sell one burger for $3,600, but she can sell more product and make more money. Then people are like, oh, okay, I'm going to follow Sally, right? And they start going down that path. But then they manage their inventory in their shops like shit. So it's like, but you told me to make you told me to make donuts. It's like, okay, yes, I did. Now what you going to do? What you going to do when you need to do stuff for epics? What you going to make today? I don't know. I just knew I'm making donuts. It's like, oh man. You guys, you got to run your production line in so many different ways. It's not just making money is my point. And what it really comes down to be successful in the game, it really all comes down to the items. That's it. And that's why when people say that they want a search feature in this game, it absolutely destroys the game. Can you imagine if you could just go and search for whatever you needed? What incentive do you have to be successful? Why is storage in it? Why would storage be an issue? It wouldn't be, because you wouldn't need to hold 97 different items because you can just go get them at any time. Why would you hold 42 bread rolls if you could just go type it in and pay for it and get it right away? You wouldn't, right? So you'd sell off all your stuff. So there you go. That's it. That's it. It's item management. You got to say, you know what? I need to figure out how to hold everything I need, right? Without being without. Because the main reason that epics take a long time or certain contest mayors assignments is because of the hunt for the items, right? Or having to, or the time on the assignment itself. So let's say that you get a task to make, let's say, bread rolls, right? And it's flour and cream. And so the first thing you do is you go to your inventory and you see how many cream and flour you have, right? Well, you don't have enough, so you go and you start making bread rolls or you start making flour and cream. Whereas if you had managed better and went, you know what, if I get that bread rolls assignment, I want to at least have enough to get me going, right? At least 10 of them, okay? Then you can say, all right, cool, I got this taken care of. I'm going to get those 10 going and see if anybody in my group has the other 3 or 4 that I need, right? That's better management. If you're doing an epic and you're like, okay, these are all the items that are hard to find, and I have X amount of all these items, and I have none of these items to make more room for the items that are harder to find. Then, when I get the request in my epic for burgers and pizza and gnomes, all I got to do is go to this global market here and pick some up. I don't have to waste, hold on. I don't have to waste time and energy, you know, running around trying to find shit. Fuck you. Seriously, like that. But no, seriously, you guys, item management is everything. And that is why you're always full. It's not, you remember the other day when I said it's never going to be enough? And it never will be. It won't matter if you have 3,000 space. It's never going to be enough because you're never, to some extent, Of course, if you could hold a million items, yes, it would be enough. But to some extent, you have to understand, why is it never enough? If you make all of the stuff that you have to do, take all of the things that you're doing in a day, and manage your storage better, things will be a lot easier. Okay? Now, it's really hard to manage your storage when you only have small amounts of space. So you have to ask yourself, do I need to hold all this other extra stuff? And a lot of what you're holding is going to be rare items and raw materials. That is where the biggest problem is going to lie with you guys, is the rares and the raw materials. And that's why I'm telling you guys to unlock your factories all at once. Get these all unlocked. One of the bigger issues for you low-level players is having all of your shop slots locked up, right? So you have to hold more raw materials to make stuff, because you need that stuff for later. Whereas if you had 11 production slots, you essentially, that's a, like, look at it like a storage facility. I have 2, 4, 6, 8 seeds right there, right? Because I'm running, veggies. Now, I can just start making stuff like in my shops and whatnot. So what I'm teaching you guys early on is to unlock these dozer areas. This is going to save you a lot of space later, okay? Unlocking your shop slots. That's going to save you a lot of time, a lot of space, and a lot of headache when you hit the contest of mayors. That's why I'm telling you guys to unlock this very early on. Now, beach and mountain, you're saving those for the contest of mayors only, and only for the Mega League. Do not touch this beach stuff or the mountain stuff until you're in Mega, and only doing it for the assignments. These items are way too easy to obtain for you to have to be running around holding on to them. The airport items, those people hand out like candy, okay? Unless you're doing upgrade tasks in Mega, because you're not going to be doing them in any other league. And it should only be for maybe a week or two in order to get you up to level 24, right? Then you would hold about 3 of each, okay? But until then, you really don't need to hold on to any of them. Now, if you're somebody who has regionals unlocked, you're going to want to hold on to 1 of each. And that way, if you get a regional HQ assignment that is asking for them, that you have them available to you. Now, that's only 9 space being taken up, okay? So, if you're somebody who is level 24, and I'm telling you guys not to leave level 24 until you're maxed out with your storage, that should be plenty of room for you guys to hold everything you need. Now, imagine how think about how you're going to manage your storage. Many of you people watching this right now are level 18 to 24 with right around 400 to 600 storage, right? And you guys are griping that you're always full. Wait until you have that same amount of space, but 10 times the items unlocked like me, okay? Wait till you're a high-level player and you have all the regionals unlocked. You just wait. It gets to be very hectic, okay? It's not easy. But you're alleviating a lot of that stress, because you're not going to be carrying a bunch of dozer. You're not going to be holding beach or airport or mountain or storage, because you're going to be maxed out once you hit level 24. Whereas all these other high-level players, they're half storage capacity, and they're constantly having to hold all their rares because they don't have all their land unlocked. They don't have their storage maxed out. Dude, every high-level player that I used to play with back in the day that came on, said hi, whatever, they're all between levels 50 and 70, and they have a fraction of the stats that you guys have. And they're struggling hard to make anything work, So definitely, storage management is going to be very, very, very important. And a lot of you guys, too, a lot of you have multiple feeders. So you really have no excuse to be struggling, okay? You guys need to sit back and go, you know what? I'm going to take this feeder and it's going to be designated for this specific stuff. I'm going to make this stuff on this feeder. I'm going to produce this stuff on this city. And then I'm going to have this city hold all of my back stock of VU or whatever it is that you need to hold on to. And that's how you're going to make it work. But if you're somebody who's just doing one city, okay, it's going to be you're going to have to put a lot more thought into it, and it's going to be a lot trickier. But essentially, it all comes down to item management, what you produce, what you hold on to. I mean, if you're doing calm, you're going to hold on to way different shit. And that's, I'm telling you guys, I'm beating a dead horse right now, but I can't emphasize it enough that the biggest issue that all of you guys have is the way you're managing your storage. And you think it's just to alleviate space, and that's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. It's not. It's not just to, oh, okay, I don't have a problem with storage, so I don't need to listen to what she's saying. No. Do you have a problem with your comm tasks? Do you have a problem with sitting on one task for 3 hours because you don't have the shit you need? That's storage management. Do you have an issue with doing an epic and having it take you 9 hours? That's storage management. Do you have an issue with money? Are you constantly broke? That's how you're running your production line. Well, I can't run my production line correctly because of storage management. You got to manage better. If you're selling items for cheap just to get rid of them, you got a problem. And you need to back up and really think about what you're doing here. I've had, the girl in the comments, I'm not trying to be rude to you, okay? But when I see a comment that says that it's beneficial to sell inventory for cheap because of the struggles as a low-level player, I can't agree with you there. I can't. I'm trying to wrap my head around the logic in that, and I can't. I'm sorry. It's not beneficial, okay? You might see the benefit of alleviating some of your overstock for cheap, but I don't. The way that I see that is you're looking at the alleviated space as benefit. I look at all the money lost. I look at you could have managed better and went, you know what, rather than taking a loss on all this product, if I would have managed better, I wouldn't have had to take the loss. And that is the point I'm getting at with you. And when I get comments like, oh, well, low-level players have this struggle, and oh, this and that. Hello? Do you know who you're talking to? I've been playing this game for years, dude. I know all about being a low-level player. In fact, that's what we're doing right here, right now. And I'm showing you right here, firsthand, how it's going to be done. And you guys are like, oh, well, yeah. No, seriously. A lot of people have this issue with learning from people, right? And it's like, I have a saying that I use because of a lot of reasons, but I'm going to share it with you guys. Is somebody an idiot because they don't know something? No, that's not my idea of an idiot, right? So if you come across, okay, you're going to the store, right? And you see this lady and she's like trying to pump the gas in her car and she can't figure it out. And you're like, Jesus Christ, how stupid could you be, right? Common fucking sense. Get with the program, lady. And then you walk up and you realize she's from Oregon, where they don't pump their own gas. And you're like, oh, maybe she's not an idiot, right? Maybe, just maybe, she was never taught. So somebody walks up that isn't an asshole and says, hey, you need help with that? I'll teach you how to do it, right? And teaches this lady how to pump her gas. Now, she pulls up to the gas pump the next time and is able to pump her gas, right? So what would you call her before that? Uneducated. That is what I would like to call somebody. Are they stupid because they don't know? Absolutely not. You're not stupid because you were never taught. However, now, let's say that I walk up and I teach this lady how to pump her gas, and she's like, duh, I don't understand. And it's like, okay, let's try this again. And 97 people come up and we're teaching this lady how to pump her gas and she can't figure it out. That's an idiot. That's somebody who has a comprehension disorder. And by using the word idiot or stupid or retard or whatever the hell you want to call it, the point is they lack the intellectual capacity to comprehend said task. That is what it means. Okay? If you are uneducated, you are not an idiot. You are not born into this world knowing how to build a car, do electrical, work on computers, play SimCity, whatever the case may be. But you're taught throughout life how to use tools to get information and to figure shit out. You can hand a million people the same game. They all make the same mistakes, and they all learn in different ways. You got people that, like me, that went, okay, this didn't work. I got to figure out a better way. And then you got people that continue down the same path, making the same mistakes, never learning from them, that need just a little bit of help. So people like me are like, hey, dude, come over here. I got the answer. And you're like, all right, I'm following this guy. Then you got the people that are stubborn, and they're like, I ain't going with you. I don't care what you know. I'm over here, and I'm going to stay over here, and I'm going to keep doing stupid, Fine. That's fine. But don't yell and scream from your side of the fucking parking lot going, hey, everybody follow me. I got the answer. And then people are like, does she? They go over there and they're like, oh, no, you ain't got the answer. I'm going back over here. You know what I mean? And that's what the SimCity Build It community is. That's what a lot of people do. And it really fucks people up because they don't know who to follow. They don't know what to do. And they're like, are you right? Are they right? And here's what ends up happening. And this is where you guys come in. You guys come in and you're like, all right, I followed you. I did what you said, and it put me in the poorhouse. Then I followed what Missy said, and I won calm this week. Who do you think they're going to follow? Who do you think they're going to follow when people don't care? Yeah, people like your personality. People like all your bullshit, your fancy videos, and your edits, and your memes that you throw in there, and all this other crap. But you know what? At the end of the day, they're going to follow who gets them where they need to go. They're going to follow who has the best advice. And they might hate you, but they know you're right. And they know that, hey, she knows her shit. Since I've been following her, I haven't been broke. I've been winning the contest of mayors. And I've been much more successful. So that's really what it comes down to. Now, I don't like when people take advice that I give and try to twist it around to be something that it's not, or say that other things are beneficial, okay? There might be other tricks in the game, but that doesn't mean they're beneficial. I heard a guy one time saying that he was bulldozing regional regional trees for regional assignments. Now, does that work? Yeah, sure. You can build a tree for 250 regional coins and bulldoze it for half price. Yes, it will give you regional coins towards your assignment. Yes, it will. Is it beneficial? No. Who in their right mind would do that? I don't know, but he did it. He would buy the piggy banks, okay, for the assignments. Then, when he would get another assignment, he would build the trees, okay? And then he'd have all these trees lined up on his map, and when he would get these assignments, he would bulldoze them all. You've got to be kidding me. Like, I'm just trying to understand the logic here, But, whatever, that's something he wanted to do. But the point is, he went on Facebook, and he was telling everybody, hey, man, I got this really cool trick. If you bulldoze your regional trees, it works towards your assignment. Everybody's like, really, dude? You got the handful of people that are like, why would I want to bulldoze my trees I spent 250 coins on? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's foolish, right? But people do it every day. So that's my point. I'm trying to teach you guys how to do shit without being a total idiot about it, okay? So the whole point in these walkthroughs and what I kind of want to do is show you guys how to do everything step by step from start to finish to level 24. Then, once I get this city to level 24, and this is going to be a badass city by the time we hit level 24, okay? And you're going to follow all the same shit I'm doing, if you're smart. And you're going to be like, all right, cool. So you can follow along with me. I'm going to try to get these videos done every day, at least 1 or 2. Once I hit level 24, I'm going to be giving this city away. I don't know to who or how or what, but I want it to go to somebody who actually needs it. Maybe a high-level player that put years and years into SimCity and just is really pissed at the game, Maybe it'll go to somebody like that. Maybe it'll go to somebody new. I don't know. But I want it to go to somebody who's going to, not fuck it up. Okay? So I'm going to be setting up the foundation of it. You're going to be you're going to be done with the Missy's Building Guide. You're going to be at the crossroads at level 24. And you're going to be able to make the next step to say, you know what? I want to take it down the Omega path, or I want to take it down the designing path, or whatever the case may be. And you can do whatever you want with it, okay? And I'll sign over the Google account or whatever. Like I said, I don't know how I'm going to award the winner. If it's going to be something like, maybe a city design competition or just a drawing or what. I don't know. But it's definitely going to be given away, okay? Because I have no use for it. So, and plus, I think, you guys would benefit. No! Do you see that? My fucking stylus tripped. Oh my god, you bitch. Oh my god, I hit my radio. What the fuck? Okay. That shit ticks me right the fuck off. There went $9. Okay, we're gonna spend this 60 cash. I have a horrible problem with spending money in this game. Okay, so looking at this, we've got the furniture store, the hardware store, 22, 20. I'm not going to buy anything for this store because it's closing in 8 days. I'm going to go with the barn. No, I'm going to go with the building supplies. Because of our level, we're going to get a little bit more benefit from that one. And we'll just kind of, okay, now we're at 16. So we're going to have to hold off. I would have had it, but no. Bastards. Okay, we're going to go through here and see what we need for our next couple upgrades. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to get these houses maxed out. And as you can see, and I want to tell you guys, for those of you who missed it in the previous episodes, that if you're looking to get skyscrapers, you have to have a wealthy environment in order for the house to transform into a skyscraper. So when you click on your house, right here on the right-hand side, there's this little construction hat and a little weird-looking symbol. Highland, lowland value, your wealth forecast, okay? These are just standard homes. That's what they're going to transform into, is standard homes. So if you want them to transform into luxury homes, they have to have coverage, like park coverage or whatever, that boosts population, boosts happiness, okay? And then it will turn into a skyscraper. That's what that is for. Now, right now, my entire community is a little pissed at me because they don't have police just yet. But we're getting there. So, Jesus criminy. Okay, let's get rid of a couple of these tape measures. And notice how I'm not putting very many for sale because I know I'm going to need them. I really would prefer not to sell them, but whatever. Okay, so we've cleared 20 space there. And then I know I needed 20 metal from that one there. And always check to see what you are unlocking when you level up. Oh shit, I should have made the factory. Okay, hold on. So, let's see. We need one lock. And we need... Hang on, let me pause this video. Yeah, we're going to end this video, you guys, right here. And I'm going to get part 8 going, okay?